What's up, guys? We are back on this Tuesday, July 28th of 2026, and we have another win for you guys. Hopefully you guys have been trading a bit better nowadays. Um, for me, as I explained in the last video, I've just been trading less and trading when it matters, when I can. And so, for now, I guess that's the method, because 3 wins in a row, maybe four, if you consider break evens, like TP1 break evens, like a win. But overall, I've been doing better. So let's just go over the trade that I have for you today. I don't know if I have anything else to say. Let me know if you guys want different type of content. Like, I know I could do some back testing. I know I could like go trading somewhere, maybe with someone else, maybe do something while I'm trading. I don't know. I feel like it's getting a bit repetitive, and maybe I should reserve all those ideas for when I actually know that, I can trade well. Anyway, those are just things in the air. But yeah, so if you guys have any idea, you can let me know. So let's just go over price action today. A bit strange, honestly, because normally I go on Nasdaq, but I'll explain why I went on ES. Well, first of all, look at this swing high into this 4-hour gap over here on ES. To me, after I see a swing like that and a rejection, I'm immediately looking at where market could be heading towards. Now, obviously, you can think of this draw liquidity, but we're trading for New York time AM session, so I'm more looking at these draws of liquidity over here. Nasdaq is also showing bearish signs. I'll show you guys in a minute, but we have this 4-hour, or I think this is a daily gap. Yeah, this is a daily gap. And the next draw liquidity after that is pretty far down, like 500 points. So I'm not really looking for anything concrete on Nasdaq. I'm just looking at whether or not Nasdaq will contradict ES bearish structure. So what I mean by that is, if Nasdaq comes down, reacts really heavily on this gap, then I'll be more skeptical about taking a short on ES. Like I said, I'm not taking it short on Nasdaq because the next draw liquidity on Nasdaq is way too far for us. Normally, I like taking trades on Nasdaq because it feels like more of the leading index, more of the clean index most of the time. I guess it's just market experience, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid too. So here is a better look at the 4-hour respect. So we got into it, tapped almost into the middle, and look at this very nice bearish candle. And this is what I mean by bearish structure on Nasdaq. We went up and respected this 1-hour gap, and then followed through all the way down, showing bearish signs. So those are signs that I see before 9:30, and now during my session, I'm looking at if we're gonna keep going. So let's go on the 1 minute and see what we're looking at. So yeah, 9:30 is right here. Yeah, we had a little swing up, and candles for the most part are respecting the high time frame bias, which is that we're bearish. We have a little swing up into this 1 minute gap over here. Nasdaq is just showing great signs, but unfortunately, I mean, I'm not gonna take a trade right away. I could have seen some people take a trade right off the bat. It depends how you trade. I tend to trade when I see that we respected fully, like a 1 minute gap like this. Some people just like to take their trades while we tap into it. It's different strategies. I've explained mine, and so with mine I can't really take a trade because it would require me to take a trade around here, to put my stop loss there, and I'll just show you because it doesn't look great. It looks awful. That's what my strategy would consist of. So once I see that we have entered this huge gap, I'm really just looking at if we're going to respect it or not, like I said. So yes, it's showing good signs of following through down towards all of these jaws of liquidity. So I'm thinking, uh, well, let's just wait for NASDAQ to show us any reason why not to take this trade. So yes, had gone up into this 1 minute gap after respecting a 5 minute gap over here, but coming back down smoothly because a 5 minute gap like that normally can't contradict a high time frame bias. So once I see that we're following through nicely, and around here we are pretty much following through on NASDAQ, I entered. I think last trade I had somewhat of the same reaction when I entered. Market decided to go back up into a 1 minute gap, which put me in drawdown for a little bit, but eventually we came back down because we respected that gap on NASDAQ. And once I see that we're really following through, I'm like, this is a good trade because NASDAQ is bearish. Although we don't have any clean draws liquidity on NASDAQ, we do on ES, which is why I take it on ES. And I might post a short on this, but all throughout this trade, I take partials, right? It's one of the things I like to do on ES. I'm not sure if it's an advantage. It could just be psychology, but like, let's say I got to this point over here, I took one contract off, diminishing my stop loss every single time and putting a bit of profit to my name. And yeah, so I took partials all over. My last partial was over here. It could have been here, depending on how market was going to react. But I was satisfied with this one over here. The last draw liquidity is the big high time frame draw liquidity. This has a high chance of having an immediate reaction to the market. And so if I had decided to put my full TP here, the chances were much slimmer than if I had just put full TP here. What else can I say about this trade? Well, we didn't follow through all the way down. I'm guessing we will. But sometimes that's just the way it goes when we have a lot of jaws of liquidity. But yeah, I don't see why. Well, now it's clear we have a nice reaction here. Maybe it's a rejection block, all of this. Maybe that was enough. Also, we have to remember NASDAQ is still, you can still consider it a reaction in this gap over here. So that could be enough. That's why I took a lot of partials. And I'm still satisfied with this trade. Decent amount of money. I would like to have like bigger wins normally when it comes to evals, but this would be an amount I'm satisfied for on a real account. But yeah, that's pretty much what I had for you guys today. I think I explained it the best I could in the amount of time, which is only 9 minutes. I don't have much else to say, so I'll see you guys the next time I can take a trade, hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video.